watched it.
ஒரு முறை வந்து பார்த்தாயா ஒரு முறை வந்து பார்த்தாயா நீ ஒரு முறை வந்து பார்த்தாயா என் மனம் நீ அறிந்தாயோ திருமகள் துன்பம் தீர்த்தாயா அன்புடன் கையணைத்தாயோ உன் பெயர் நித்தமிங்கு.
So we finished watching Manichittrathazu.
And what did you think about it?
Okay, so I didn't know that Bhool Bhulaiya was a remake of this film.
Yes.
And I did not watch Bhool Bhulaiya, right? So I watched this one first, and I would have to say it was such a good film. Even though it's pretty old, like
1993, man.
Yes, in the 90s. And I would say this is the first Mohanlal movie we saw of him, like back in the day, kind
He
of
looked
thing.
younger.
He looked so much younger, like...
I've seen Bhool Bhulaiya.
Uh-huh.
And in theater, in India. I was in India in 2007. That's when I watched it. And to be really honest with you, I had no idea about this Malayalam version. And it's kind of unfair of all the makers who actually put so much effort into making a Malayalam movie. And Bhool Bhulaiya came along. And just like me, there were so many other people who probably had no idea. This was actually made in Malayalam first and back in 1993. So when I first got out of the theater after watching this movie, I was like blown away by it. By Vidya Balan, Akshay Kumar, the story. I was like, oh my god, such an original story. So good. And Vidya Balan acted so good in it. She looked so scary.
And that's the thing. Afterwards, I was curious to know how Vidya Balan actually looked, because I saw the actress in this film and she looked so scary, like her eyes and the way that they just made her look. But then after seeing Vidya Balan too, it was just as scary.
But you really have to give it to this Malayalam version, because this movie came out in 1993. For them to act like this, the way they acted, and then obviously Bhool Bhulaiya came along, and now that I think about it, like every expression, every scenes were exact the same. Even the expressions were exactly the same. Now that I think about it, the Bhool Bhulaiya team had something to look back at. They were like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do this. But back in 1993, it was all original. They didn't know, they didn't have no, nothing to go back and look at it. That being said, the Malayalam version was a lot more better than the Hindi version, I would think, and I really, really enjoyed it.
I did not expect such a different story. I thought, okay, it was gonna be like a simple story, nothing too much going on, but it was very mysterious because you're trying to figure out who, is this house really haunted? But then eventually the story moves on and you find out that there really is something wrong with Ganga. She's the one who was, acting like the possessed woman. And Siri Devi in the film got all the blame.
Yeah.
For no reason. And at first I thought it was her, that there was something wrong with her, the way that she was acting, that she was acting possessed.
It was so hard to know the story. And she kept asking me.
I know, because I was so curious.
Tell me. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you. You have to watch the movie, and you have to keep watching it so you don't miss little things in the movie as well.
And Mohanlal too, I could tell by the way he was acting, there were certain things that he was doing that I'm like, wait, why did he do that? Or why did he? There was one scene where Ganga was fighting with some guy outside of a party, and then and then Mohanlal goes and just shakes her and started doing anything to him. And there was just a lot of signals in the film that he was
one
giving.
of the best signal was when Mohanlal went there to stop her. When the other guy got out of her hand, she was trying to grab Mohanlal because she wanted to kill someone. We don't want to talk much about the story because I'm pretty sure you guys seen this movie. But we want to talk about our favorite parts from the movie. My favorite part has to be when Mohanlal tells his friend she's gonna ask you that can she go out for shopping or something. You have to say no to her. You cannot let her go.
I know.
And he was like, why? He was just do it. So he goes to the room and he's keep saying no to her. Oh, you can't go, you can't go, you can't go. And all of a sudden, she just looks down. And I think that whole spirit or something comes into her, and she just started talking really loudly. And that scene was so scary. And I remember watching it in theater in India with Vidya Balan. That scene was so scary. I still think about that scene when she lifts up that bed. And oh my god,
that was scary.
That was
scary.
Because
he showed me afterwards the Vidya Balan scene, and I freaked out. I couldn't sleep. I was so freaked out.
So that scene has to be one of my best scenes from the film.
I would say my favorite scene is towards the end moment when she's actually dancing in that as a possessed woman. Because you wouldn't imagine when you're listening to that song or when that song starts that she's dancing possessed. Like for them to think, okay, let's make a song with like someone who looks that way, like looks like a witch kind of, and let's make a whole song on that. So I thought that was very unique.
But even the dancing was like so on point,
so classic.
good.
She's such a good dancer.
And the way she was looking, like scary, she was like clueless, she was like walking this. Like that part was like so like just like
they gave me the chills.
Yeah. So the ending too, how cleverly they do that at the end, the switch they do at the end. Yeah, I think even at the end, the way that Ganga was acting, like, you know, she was like throwing all this color, she was like playing with her hair. Oh my god, that scene was like really intense as well.
Yes.
Mohanlal, even though Mohanlal comes during the second part of the film, but he still acted really well. But I have to give this movie to Ganga. The way she acted throughout the whole, the way she acted in the first part, especially in the second half, this movie really belongs to her. Even though I really liked Akshay Kumar in that whole thing, but I think after watching Mohanlal, I would say Mohanlal acted tad bit a little bit more better.
Of course.
So overall, I would say it was a very enjoyable film. We really enjoyed it.
I know. I'm so glad I watched this version first compared to Bhool Bhulaiya. But now I would like to watch Bhool Bhulaiya too.
Yes.
You know, just to make sure, just to compare and see like how much of it is of the original film.
No, like I think it's like exactly just like that. Even the expressions
and
everything is like on point. Yes. I'm really glad I watched the original movie. So if you haven't seen this film, if you've seen Bhool Bhulaiya and if you want to get your mind blown away again, watch the original one. This will blow your mind away. It was a really good film. That was our movie review of the film Manichittrathazu. Do let us know what was your favorite part from the film. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, follow social media.
Keep sending your requests, guys.
Bye guys, take
Bye.
care.